guys, this is Mariana and I am going to be talking today about 5 mind-numbing mistakes to avoid as a freelancer. You can call these mistakes basic mistakes, big mistakes, awful mistakes. A mistake is a mistake. It's like a zero multiplier in your business, killing your conversions. So we're going to be talking about these mistakes that you might be doing right now as a freelancer and that you may not be aware of. So we're going to talk about those mistakes, and we're also going to talk a little bit about how to overcome the competition. So right now, freelancers are, growing. They, we know more and more people who are interested in freelancing because, of course, it comes with working at your own pace, with your own schedule. You can work from home. You can work from a cafe. And you get to choose your clients, your projects. So this has become, something that most people are going after. And actually, according to Statista, by 2027, 50.9% of the working population in the US will be made up of freelancers. This is a huge trend right now. We have talked about this in past articles. So if you are one of them, if you are a freelancer looking to get more clients, looking to get more flexibility, working from home, especially with everything that has been going on in the world with the pandemic and everything. So the first mistake to avoid as a freelancer is not following instructions. Yes, this might sound really simple, and it's often overlooked. But actually, there are huge, this comes with how the selection process starts. If you have worked at a company, if you have been part of a team who's looking for, to hire people, then you know how following instructions, how important this is and how overlooked it is. According to Widespread, nearly half of applicants don't follow instructions, okay? And not following these instructions is something as simple as being asked, use this format for, your skill test, or not submitting your work on time, not providing, the information that you were asked to. It can be anything, okay? So if you miss these little tiny thing, something as simple as following instructions, you'll be more likely to be eliminated before the employer can actually, take a look at your, qualifications. It's something that we pay, a lot of attention here at our group. When we are recruiting and hiring applicants, we get thousands of applications, and we always pay, a lot of attention here. If we hire someone, that person needs to be excellent at following instructions, because odds are that if they don't follow instructions in their first, step, what are the odds that they're going to be doing that? Especially when you work with clients, following instructions is something really important, because clients really value this. They value that if they, give instructions to, for example, a copywriter, and when this copy, be written like this, they value that, because they're the clients. They want, their instructions to be followed. So how to outperform the competition? So always read everything twice before you begin. Take notes, ask questions, review everything before you hit send. Again, it's a pattern we have seen where, applicants, maybe they're in a rush, maybe who knows what the reason is, but, the applications, when they are submitted, they don't follow instructions. And sometimes we even, send their submissions back to them, and we ask them, please review them, follow instructions, and let's see, how they do. So this is the first mistake, and now we're going to be talking about the second one. The second mistake to avoid as a freelancer is not communicating effectively. no matter where you are, no matter who you are working with, no matter, who your clients are, communication is a large part of what makes any business successful. Okay, no matter if you're communicating in a Zoom call, through Skype, through a phone call, in person, you need to know how to communicate. Okay, according to Career Cliff, this skill increases productivity, creates a strong team, enhances company performance, and eliminates unnecessary problems. According to Effectio, 73.4% of employers want to hire candidates with strong communication skills. And this is, again, something that it's a requirement for our team members. If you don't know how to communicate internally, if you don't know how to communicate a problem, then it will simply, it won't work. It won't be a fit. So, we need to work on making this communication, as strong, as clear as possible. How to outperform the competition? So how can you make sure you absolutely nail this part? I'm going to be sharing some tips with you, which are: prepare, okay? Don't arrive empty-handed. Have an idea of what may be asked and how you can answer, different questions, okay? Even, when there are unexpected questions. Practice, whether you're in front of a mirror or with a friend, it's always a good practice to, to rehearse what the way you communicate, to receive feedback, because maybe you can be a great communicator, but maybe you talk too fast or maybe you talk too slow. So those are really, key things that we need to improve in our communication, especially in the process of, applying for jobs. Listening to, communication is not just about talking. Communication is also about listening, okay? To give, the interviewer, time to speak, to share any information. That's also part of communication. And of course, be yourself, okay? You need to, try to, to check all these boxes just to try to, sound perfect. It has to come, natural from you, to communicate with other people. So the third mistake that we're going to be talking about is taking on the wrong clients. So this is a really big problem that we have seen, because that's why there's weeding out, the bad clients process. Okay, that's why we at our group, we're really careful with, the clients that we take on, because we certainly want to make, the experience for both, the clients and both our team members to be, fantastic. We want that to be an experience that, both parts enjoy. So in this part, taking on the wrong clients can lead into a not so enjoyable working relationship. It can lead into, firing. So in this case, you need to, to try to see if the client is a fit for you. For these, there are many other tips. We have written about this in the past, about how to take on the right clients, how to know, if a client is a fit for you. It can be something as simple as researching, knowing, what their business is about, being selective. It's not about, applying, to every single job post that you find, because I think, this comes with these types of problems where you end up, working for someone who you don't really enjoy working with, who you don't really know. So taking on the wrong clients is, a really big mistake that you might be doing when applying for jobs. How to outperform the competition? If if you're taking on, clients just for taking clients, then it won't be a win-win solution, because if you're not enjoying working with the client, and the client is not enjoying working with you, then it's simply not a fit, and the results are probably going to be not as desired as working with someone who you would really enjoy working with. In this point, you just have to make sure that the jobs you're applying for aren't just a fit for your skill sets, because you need to also be a cultural fit. Okay, you need to be interested in working with them. If you only have the skill sets for that work, then you're probably not going to enjoy it, because there really needs to be some sort of interest beyond doing the work. And again, you can ask the question of, are you a cultural fit? Is this where I would want to be working on the long term, and so forth. The fourth mistake to avoid as a freelancer is skipping the skill test. So resumes, interviews, portfolios, they can tell a lot about a potential client, okay? About a potential freelancer, but they're not gonna fully give, a full picture of who you are, okay? They don't necessarily answer every single question on the client's mind. So it's important during the hiring process, to have a skill test to be completed. It's something that we actually do at Autogrow. We have skill tests for, all of our applicants. Because this helps filter who are the applicants that are just interested and the ones that are really interested, okay? And you don't only get to see or evaluate their skills, you get to evaluate their personalities. So this part is really important. In fact, resumes are unreliable. According to criteria, 78% of resumes contain misleading statements, while 46% contains actual lies. Some people, take resumes as an opportunity to show themselves as something that they're really not, So that's why it's also important to, you can still have a resume, but it's also important, to have a skill test in place, because interviews are subjective. The interviewer can only gather so much information using their intuition. So by completing a skill test, it shows that you're actually interested in getting the job. In this point, you could also feel like, why am I going to be completing a skill test if I'm the best at what I do, if I'm capable? I don't need to complete the skill test. But it's actually, a great step, to getting, to know how the process is too. Because if you're looking to apply for, X company, and, when you apply to your skill test, you can get to know a little better, you can get a better sense of what the work with them will be like. So this is definitely a step that you should not be missing. And the last mistake to avoid as a freelancer is knowing nothing about the client. So we have gotten a lot of people or a lot of freelancers who say I want to work for this client, but they don't really know about their business, who they are. They just start writing and that's it, or they start designing a landing page and that's it. And no, you have to understand, who your client is, what are their goals, target audience, everything. So it's always a good idea to understand who you may be going into business with, So researching a client in advance accomplishes a few things. It helps clarify if you and the client will be a good fit for each other, allows you to position your work experience in relation to the client's business, shows you care about the position and getting hired, and helps you stand out from the applicants. And how can you outperform the competition? By understanding the client's business model, okay, what pain points they solve, and how you can best fit into the equation and offer real value. And speaking about applying for jobs and how to outperform competition, here at AutoGrow, we are recruiting, we are hiring, we are looking for freelancers, we are looking for people who want to commit in the long term with us. So we have not stopped recruiting for a while. We get thousands of applications. So if you think we could be a great fit, then you should totally apply. And we also have our 7-day $7 trial for clients to try us out. We are like project management software. We have an amazing web app where our clients, they submit and delegate work, and our team, maybe it could be you, they just take on as many tasks as they want. They complete them, they submit them. If it's a designer, they design ads, landing pages. If it's a copywriter, they write every type of copy, landing pages, email sequences, ads, digital marketing strategies. We have a team of pros in place. So if you're interested, just email us, just reach out to us, and we're going to be super happy to welcome you to the team.